Hey everybody, Calmerit here. Today I want to show you a remodified version of Monkey Farms mob spawner. Now, I decided he actually used a particular style for his where it was 5 tall for his spawning pads. Well, I decided I wanted something just a little bit different looking, so I went ahead and actually created 3 different areas with 3 high spawn pads with a central collection area. Now, what I did with this design is it's pretty much the same style layout as what Monkey Farm's version is, but what I did instead was actually I created put a hopper system in the bottom for collection. You can actually incorporate this particular option in with a item sorting system, and I have a constant on button, which if you don't want the system to be working at the current moment, you can actually go ahead and flip this switch. It'll turn on the mob system so that no mobs can spawn. The spawning pads that are in there are actually water covered at the current moment so that it allows no mobs to spawn. So what we can do is this is actually dual hooked up to either have it where you could have it constantly on and have mobs periodically falling down and you can collect them as they go, or you can turn the system off. And what this does is that there's a little pressure plate over here, and what this does is this actually hooks up to a clocking system, which actually what you do is you actually allow everything to spawn up top, and what this will do is you step on the pressure plate and it turns the water on to flush the pads, which will knock all the mobs down into the central collection area and start flowing towards here and collect here. What I'll do is actually show you how this system works. Currently I have it set to peaceful. I'll go ahead and set this to hard and we're off. Go ahead and flip the system off and you'll start noticing on our mini map here that we'll have mobs spawning in all 3 areas, over here, here, and here. And we'll just kind of let it warm up a little bit for a second. Normally these will, between these 3, it'll, as you can see that just in pointing over here, it's doing a count of 47. Over here's 65. Over here is 58. But this might be combined, and they'll slowly go up. So there's about a total of somewhere around like the 170 range, surprisingly enough, because of these 3 different spawn areas. And just to kind of show you how the system works, I'll go ahead, flip on this. You'll notice, oh, we already got a creeper here. The system's going, and if you can see, they're all starting to push towards the central canal system. All of them are flowing very nicely. And the nice thing about this design is actually you don't get any issues with any of the mobs kind of more or less getting stuck. And what we'll do is I'll go ahead and flip this over to survival mode for a second here. Just kind of change this over. Allow our cheats there. Switch this over to, and you can, and this works perfectly. Huh. What is going on here? Okay, apparently it will not allow me to switch into it will not allow me to switch into survival mode, which is a little strange. Sorry about that. Now, as you can kind of see, spawning area up here is kind of a little, it's not really, it's slowing down. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and click our little pressure plate here. Everything will be centralized again. And then we'll start flowing down into our little collection area. Just kind of wait a little bit. And what we'll do is you'll kind of notice that once these guys fall down, it'll the mob spawner will actually slow down just a little bit. So not much, but enough to where it's gonna make it so that we have to kill it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and carefully kill these guys off here. And you'll notice they start spawning rather quickly. If you're wanting to go ahead and basically do some XP farming and kind of get it up real quick and whatnot, this is an excellent way of doing it. Plus, you can get all of your items. Go ahead and quickly knock these out, and as you can see, they're all ready to be flushed again. There we go. Hit our switch. And you can do that periodically. It's like as you're killing them, you can actually quickly stop over here and you can make it a constant flow so that you don't run into that problem. So as you're killing them, go ahead and as you start seeing them spawn, go ahead and actually hit this pressure plate, and it'll actually make them start spawning, start flushing the system all over again. And go there. Go ahead and hit our system again. Now that it's reset, they'll all start flushing towards the view. So there we go. And as we're killing the rest of these guys out, you'll start seeing them a little bit more often. And just in the time frame that we've gained 5 levels already, and this is already past level 30, which everybody knows that once you pass level 30, the XP actually tends to go a little bit slower. But surprisingly, with the amount of guys that actually drop and how quickly they drop, you can actually gain your levels fairly quick. And like I said, they'll constantly keep on flowing as long as you do this. And just to what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn this system off right now. We'll kill the rest of these. And I will go up and show you the up-top version about how everything works. Actually, I'll go ahead and start that now. Go ahead and kind of show you how it's all set up here. I went with a 3x3, and then it all channels into a 1x3 right here. It's using the flow of water technique, which allows you to basically carry all your mobs. It's well lit up, so nothing can spawn up top or in the chambers itself. These are all hooked up to the clocking system down there that we talked about earlier. And basically what this does is that during the time that this is going, the water's flowing and kicking everything off the pads. Just to kind of show you a little bit on how it looks, we'll go ahead and hop right inside here real quick. There we go. And as you can see, all the spawning pads and all the water here. What this does, well, this is going, none of the mobs have the ability to spawn. Now, what you want to do if you want to incorporate something like this into your world, you want to make sure that everything is well lit up. Caves, little tiny, what would be called lava pools or water pools. You want to make sure that those are all fully lit up. because you'd be surprised how quickly mobs will not spawn. Also, if you're within a slime chunk area, make sure that within that slime chunk area that more or less what you want to do is, if you are within a slime chunk, you want to make sure that that slime chunk is actually completely closed off, so that there's no chances whatsoever that a slime could spawn, because it can really mess with your overall spawner spawn rates. And as a final note for all of that, I find that building this out in the middle of the ocean actually helps out, because what you want to do is actually, from where the center of your mob spawner is, you want to try to have at least 100, close to about 128 blocks in every which direction. You can have a little bit less, but 128 is actually going to be your best bet, because things can spawn for up to 128 blocks away, and it will mess with your rates. So if you really want to have something that does the job that you're looking for, Monkey Farm has a great design that you can use. I decided, like I said, to go ahead with a remodified version of his, using instead of doing a 5-high system with one single cell. I decided to do with 3 cells with only 3 high, so it gives a good amount of spawn space, but doesn't make it so that it's way up in the system. And to honestly tell you the truth, with the design that I went with, it actually kind of looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like a trophy. So, and it's like I said, it's well lit up, so you won't have any type of mob issues. If you put it out in the middle of the ocean, it makes things a heck of a lot easier, because you have less spawning area out in the water. And make sure that all your areas are well lit up, and that no possible chance that a mob can get basically pulled out of these spawning pads if you want a very high efficiency spawner. That, in all honesty, it can be done. You can use different materials. I myself prefer the stone brick and glowstone technique, or blocks, over pretty much anything else. It looks real nice, and yes, it is really resourceful, but hey, there's a lot of stone out there that you can mine up, especially if you're doing a lot of strip mining. Great little project that you can do with all the cobblestone and stone that you use up if you're not using it for anything else. Now, I didn't test out how many of the redstone repeaters you'll need, but this seems to give just the right amount of time. If I'm not mistaken, for the clocking system, it's somewhere around 30 to 40, all on a 4-tick delay, and with a monostable circuit. Works great. Gives you just the right amount of delay that you'll need for flushing out the pads, and plus having it on an actual, like, where you could just quickly hit the pad, get over, start going there. Everything can be pretty much spawning all over again. Quickly hit that button, flush them all out again, keep on going, and you'll see level 30 and so on, or whatever level you're looking for, real quick. So hopefully you enjoyed this little sneak peek at a cool design, slightly modification to Monkey Farms mob spawner. Yes, it is a little bit big, but hey, you know the saying. I know what you're thinking. Bigger is better? Nah. No. Bigger makes things look a lot better. So, uh, plus you can kind of fiddle around with different designs so that everything looks good. So, I will leave you now. Hope you enjoyed the sneak peek at a modified design, and hope to see you soon.